Had the little scamming bitch sign for the penthouse. I know how to win now. Hold on, where my twin at? In the courtroom with his head up. Ain't no tissue. Any issue. Swing a pistol. Yeah, on Funnel Gray. Shout out Future. Shout out Slime. They should have added Thug. He should have added the deluxe version. When he added, when I'm saying that it's slime free, you add slime to the back end of that. I feel like that would have been hard on Funnel Gray. Just hear Thug rap on that beat for a little second. Yeah,
Breaking for several years already, with this Buff City native eventually playing a menacing role in the modern day war between Buff City and Death Row on one side and its younger generation Drench Gang on the other.
See, I need to know about the new beef. I don't know about the old beef. I know about the...
Born on March the 6th, 2002, was a member of Death Row, a crew that also went by the name Savo Gang and hailed from Buff City. BD was originally from the Hundreds Buff City set, which is located from 116th to 119th, with 118th being their main block.
That's pretty far from Essex.
The Hundreds in Buff City to Death Row 085, which historically were associated with the conservative Vice Lords located at 85th of Escanaba, where he was taken in as one of Death Row's main members.
Oh, this is BD crib right here, bro.
So BD was originally from Death Row. He wasn't.
Man, they gave me some war flashbacks here and all them damn fireworks on 4th of July in Chicago. Boy, they walking through the trenches. I don't know how they so calm, bro. I know you can tell the difference between a firework and a gunshot, you know, but it's like, it's just so much going on. I don't know how people be outside on 4th of July, bro. 4th of July, Halloween, I'm in the crib. Put up. Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm put up. Oh yeah. Cause niggas be going outside.
Death Row too though, like, you know, he really went out on bro.
Okay.
This is folks crib right at 8445.
So
showing folks crib is crazy.
So did he move from the Hundreds to
Death Row? He moved right here on bro.
Okay.
He attended Bowen High School, which is a public 4-year high school, which is located in the south side of Chicago.
I remember Bowen.
While he was growing up, he would meet a woman called Diane Latiker, who was the founder of Kids Off the Block, or KOB, an anti-violence activist and 2011 CNN Top 10 hero. Her non-profit organization provides recreational activities and educational opportunities for young people in Chicago, focusing on the neighborhood of Roseland.
Shout out
brought community outreach to a whole new level through counseling or activities such as sports, drama, dance, or music. It was through this program that as an 8th grader, a 13-year-old BD met Latiker when he was playing on her basketball court, with her telling him he could apparently come and play there anytime he wanted, with a quote from a young BD later circulating in the media, with him saying, "I seen a whole full court basketball rim, and then when I asked, I came across the street and knocked on the door and asked could we play basketball, and she said yeah, like a whole group of us ready to play basketball, and she said we could come up here anytime," with BD later saying that she became like a grandmother to him.
That's what's up.
When he was around her, he would truly feel safe.
I'm glad that he had that, because, you know, in the streets, bro, it'd be nothing for these kids to do. That's why kids be in the streets. They don't be no after school programs, even if it is an after school program. Okay, after 6 o'clock, what the hell am I finna do? I gotta go home. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And it's really nothing. There's no food at the crib. It's dangerous as hell where I'm at. You know, people be kind of forced to go outside. It's crazy as hell, but I'm glad that people in Chicago are starting to make more programs for the kids and helping out the youth, because really niggas just be getting into shit. There's nothing else to do.
The sanctuary her basketball court had provided was much needed in BD's turbulent childhood. His dad, Cinque Dunn Sr., had been shot dead in the streets when BD was just 11 years old. BD also had a twin brother that went by the name Fa Fa Fa, another Death Row member hailing from Buff City, real name Sinquanjay Dunn. Not much is known about BD since he lost his life so young. Aside the rumors of him having as many as 10 bodies that swirl around Reddit forums, there's really minimal information to go on. And unlike King Von, Lil Jeff, or Mad Max, BD is a Chicago gangster with a fairly small digital footprint. But
that's good though.
Behind a legacy online in the form of his Snitch K movement, something that's been going on ever since he died.
It seems like that. How long the Snitch K movement been going on for y'all?
BD started that shit, bro. But you know, it's been going on since he died though. Folks beat that shit.
On the song, BD rapped Rapid Fire, all about spinning the block with killers, spotting his ops, and hopping out shooting. In the video, his friends were seen waving around a belt, a reference to modern day Chicago slang of putting belt to ass, or applying pressure to one's ops. BD rapped about carrying his gun 24/7 because so many people wanted to see him dead. He would rap that he was only 13 when he had to dodge bullets, and that this made him grow up and give his ops hell, as well as mentioning getting with a woman and taking ecstasy as a teenager, merching it on KTS Dre, and saying that he'd spent time with the older Lakeside member. He would claim that him and his brother Fa 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 had started the new war amongst the new generation of gangsters.
That makes sense now.
Indeed, it did seem like BD and his twin played a major role in starting the war between the younger generations of these historic gangs. So now you have some more information on the background of BD. Let's return to the timeline and look at how this new generation of gangsters went to war and escalated things to dangerous.
Yeah, let me know something. Let me know something, because as they from the hundreds, and you know, Herb and them on 80, I'm saying 78, 79.
The war between No Limit and the younger generation of death row gangsters hailing from Buff City would spiral out of control. On Wednesday, April the 1st, 2019, the streets of Chicago saw yet another brutal act of violence. This time, the victim was 20-year-old Levon Hill, better known as Scooter from NLMB. According to Chicago police, it all went down at 10:36 a.m. in the 8500 block of South Exchange, right in the heart of Death Row 085 territory.
Right.
Two males with dreadlocks walked up to a group of 3 men and opened fire. Scooter caught the worst of it. He was shot in the face, neck, and chest. Despite being rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, it was too late, and Scooter was pronounced dead. The 2 other men, both 18 years old, were also hit, with one taking bullets to the face and shoulder while the other was shot in the leg, but fortunately, both survived despite being left in serious condition.
Okay.
Scooter's death ignited a firestorm of disses from his ops, especially on social media. BD's twin brother Fa, one of Scooter's rivals, even claimed on Facebook that Scooter was begging for his life in his final moments. And the disrespect wouldn't stop there.
They gotta stop.
5 Flow, Savo from Buff City repping Death Row, takes shots at Scooter with the line, J Money said, "Let's boot up," smoking on a whole bunch of Scooter. And in the song Hit Up, a song by Jackboy 2 from Lakeside, the diss is even more direct.
Tweaking.
Rap Scooter got hit up. Jayla from Death Row 085 also jumped in, saying that she's smoking on Scooter and Max from NLMB in her rap.
I've been smoking Scooter mixed with Mac.
The aftermath of Scooter's murder led to the arrest
Who-
of Jay
who
Money
was
from
that?
Death Row 085. And he's currently locked up at Cook County Correctional Facility, still awaiting trial.
Fighting
Jay
for his
Money,
life.
whose real name is Terrell Webb, isn't just any
Why
guy.
is there so many J Moneys, bro? That's one question I do got for the city of Chicago. It's so many damn J. It's Jew Money, J Money, J. Like, I'll repeat it everybody or for the grade. But why it's like, I don't know what people don't understand. Stop putting money behind your name. All the monies I know are dead. J Money dead, Jew Money dead. It's a couple other monies I can't remember on top of my head that's dead. Like, it's bad luck, bro. Everybody know that. Stop putting money behind your name, bro. It's really like, it's bad luck karma.
Member, but he's actually the younger brother of Hell Rel, a senior member from Lakeside, who was hit with 10 years for the involuntary manslaughter of Christopher Jackson, aka Mad Max, the top shooter from NLMB, who was identified by Max after the shooting in a deathbed confession.
That's
this
crazy.
provides a clear
Still
motive
crazy
for
he
his
did
younger
that.
brother to want to seek revenge on No Limit members. 3 months after Scooter's death, the cycle of violence continued and retaliation would take place. This time, the streets claimed Malcolm Sabs, better known as Mook, from Death Row. No Limit wasn't about to let Scooter's murder go unanswered, and on August the 11th, 2019, they would take their revenge. I mentioned this murder in my original video on the war between No Limit and their rivals, but back then, I didn't have as much context as I do now.
Right,
But
now
of
you got
course,
some
despite
context.
a lot of time passing, the beef between Lakeside and No Limit had continued raging, with lives continuing to be lost on both sides. And in 2019, there would be a violent exchange between members of No Limit and a terrifying set of new enemies with family ties to Lakeside called Death Row. Yes, that is an AK-47 on the right. On August the 11th, Mook, real name Malcolm Sabs from Death Row, is standing on a sidewalk on the 8600 block of South Exchange Avenue when at 1:35 a.m. a group of men approached him on foot, opening fire. He was struck in the head and later pronounced dead.
That's crazy. I remember G Will. I remember when G Will had passed. The streets went up after that
The war
one.
was only intensifying, and from here, back and forth between these groups would take place with rapid speed. And as I discussed in my No Limit video, a revenge killing would take place targeting a No Limit affiliate just a day later. On August the 12th, Willie from No Limit is targeted in what appears to be a retaliatory attack. The 18-year-old, real name Willie Washington, was standing on the sidewalk at the 7800 block of South Phillips Avenue. When a car pulled up, 2 people jumped out, shooting him multiple times, jumping back in the vehicle and driving off. He
Damn.
was shot in the back of the head and the body, being pronounced dead by 8:52 a.m. But much like the other senseless killings that we have seen in the Chicago gang wars, Willie's body would lay in the street for an extended period of time, during
Man.
which time members of the public were able to take a picture with the grisly photo of Willie laying face down in the street, circulating on social media, but I won't show you here.
Why would you even want to take a picture of some stuff like that, though, bro? Like, you gotta understand, most of these people don't even be in the streets. They just be trying to be on Reddit and try to drop the latest picture, the latest gang violence. Like, why did you take a picture of a dead body laying in the, like, come on, bro. And you know what's gonna come behind that, gang. You know people's gonna start coming at you, and they might not smoke you, but they definitely gonna whip and roll your ass or for the grade.
cycle of retaliation didn't end with Willie's death. Just a day later, on August the 13th, J Money from Death Row took to Facebook to mock Willie's murder with a laugh emoji showing how deep the animosity still ran. As time went on, more details would come out, as on January the 5th, 2020, a witness came forward to the police implicating BD and another accomplice in the shooting. The witness had apparently told that BD and his partner planned to slide, a term interpreted by police as planning to target anyone that they saw in the neighborhood. BD allegedly fired 7 to 8 shots directly at Willie before retreating to the car, and an uncharged co-offender then approached Willie and delivered several more fatal shots while he was on the ground. BD faced first-degree murder charges with bail set at $500,000. Meanwhile, rumors circulated that Fat Lord, real name Marlo Rainey, was the driver who actually snitched on the hit. His gang vehemently denied these claims though, insisting that there was no paperwork on him. Perhaps this is where BD gets his Snitch K moniker from.
Yeah, it's definitely where he gets it from.
Free money, free Fat Lord. Free Fat Lord. Fat Lord on the way, bro. I'm on the way. We ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, we big snitch. None of that shit. Folks not no rap. None of that shit. We not entertaining. None of that shit. You know? What? Ain't no paperwork. We not entertaining.
Nah, for real.
None of that shit.
I respect that though. At least they riding behind their partner though. At least they asking for the paperwork. They riding behind their partner. I can get with that. I can rock with that, bro. Because you not out here just trying to be on some weird shit. But if you wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying? If you just people be so quick to switch up on their homies just off one rumor, you're like, you don't even know what's going on for real.
I ain't gonna lie. That's some shit. You know? That's some shit.
Anyway, adding another layer to this complicated drama, it was later also revealed that Tarantino from Buff City, also a rapper, had been involved in the murder. In his track Yeah Yeah, released February the 15th, 2021, Tarantino rapped about how BD's actions sparked a deadly conflict between guys from Buff City and Death Row against NLMB, and claiming that BD's hit on Willie was actually the catalyst in this war, with Reddit posts also suggesting that this incident is why Buff City and Death Row had clicked up to begin with. Tarantino, who was arrested at 16, is now serving a 35-year sentence at Menard Maximum Security Facility from charges related to him being an accomplice in Willie's murder. BD actually rapped about this in his song Biggest Snitch K, where he said, "How they gonna give Tino 35 years? My dog was only 16. But more interesting were rumors circulating that not only had BD been on the hit with Tarantino, but BD actually beat the charges. Willie's death further fueled the cycle of violence, with his ops dissing him relentlessly. Jackboy Dez from Lakeside threw shade in his song Hit Up, where he dissed Willie and said that he got killed trying to get the bus and now he can't get up.
Hey man, that shit, man, oh my god.
Throw also took shots, appearing to attempt to FaceTime Willie after his death, underscoring the ongoing animosity and relentless nature of these gang disses.
They just trolling. I ain't gonna lie. See, I can only watch so many of these videos, so much of these videos, because it be so much death. I ain't really trying to see he died, body. I ain't really trying to see that on photo grade. But I will tell you this. You catch that bus stop in Chicago and you got some real static going on, especially with all the strikers. And see, people had strikers back in the day, but it wasn't like this. People had like a steamer or something. My brother had pull up in like an old ass whip, like a little beat up ass, whatever. That's cool. You got a steamer. But no, they ain't pulling up in no damn SRT Durango, Trackhawk, Hellcat, squad on them. They ain't doing that. So yeah, it's crazy now, bro. Like people really get up with you like a little to no time. And the police not chasing people.